In February of 1959, 9 experienced hikers set out into the Ural Mountains of the Soviet Union. They were young, athletic, and trained for extreme winter conditions. This wasn't a reckless trip. It was supposed to be routine. None of them would return. When the group failed to check in after several weeks, search teams were sent into the mountains. What they found would become one of the most chilling mysteries ever recorded. Their campsite was discovered on the slope of a mountain locals called Dead Mountain. The tent was still standing, but something was terribly wrong. The tent had been cut open from the inside, not unzipped, slashed, as if whatever terrified them made escape more urgent than survival. Inside, their boots, coats, food, and equipment were neatly left behind. In temperatures that dropped below -20 degrees, the hikers had fled almost naked. Footprints led away from the tent, calm footprints, not running, bare feet, socks, some wearing only underwear. The tracks led into a nearby forest. The first 2 bodies were found beneath a tall pine tree. They were barefoot, wearing almost nothing, their hands burned and torn, as if they had tried desperately to climb the tree. A small fire had been lit beneath them, but it wasn't enough. They froze to death. Between the tree and the tent, 3 more bodies were found, positioned as if they were trying to return to camp. They never made it. All died from hypothermia. At this point, investigators thought the mystery was tragic but explainable. Then the snow melted. Months later, the remaining 4 hikers were found buried in a ravine, deeper in the forest. And this is where the story turns into something far darker. One woman was found with her tongue missing. Another was missing her eyes. Several had massive internal injuries, crushed ribs, shattered skulls. Injuries so severe that medical examiners said they were consistent with a powerful force, like a car crash. But there were no external wounds, no signs of a fight, no weapon marks, no footprints from anyone else. One body was found clutching a piece of clothing from another hiker, suggesting they had tried to survive by taking warmth from the dead. Even more disturbing, some of their clothing tested positive for radiation. No explanation was ever given. The official Soviet conclusion stated that the hikers died due to a compelling natural force. That was it. No further explanation. The case was closed. Over the decades, theories flooded in. Some believe a military weapons test caused panic. Others believe in infrasound, low-frequency vibrations that can induce terror and disorientation. Avalanches were suggested, but experts later pointed out that the tent location made this unlikely. And then there are the theories no one wants to say out loud. Something forced 9 trained hikers to tear their way out of a tent, abandon safety, and walk calmly into a frozen death. Something strong enough to break bones without leaving marks. Something that made survival feel more dangerous than the cold. To this day, the mountain remains silent. No definitive answers, no confessions, no closure. Just 9 lives frozen in time, and a mystery that refuses to die. If this story unsettled you, subscribe and visit the page for a deeper dive into these stories.